Good afternoon. My name is Emmanuel Pech, and you're watching the What's and Whys of Energy. On this episode, we are talking about one of the most exciting things that is happening at BEL right now. We are talking about AMI. Now, if you're one of those persons that's been wondering, well, what does AMI thing got to do with me? Well, this is the episode for you. In this episode, we will break down this topic and help you explain and answer your questions on AMI. Joining us to have this conversation is Philip Codd. He is the AMI project manager at BEL. Philip, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, Emmanuel. Feels good to be here to talk about EMI.
It's a pretty exciting topic as well, right?
Yes, it is indeed.
All right, so we have a lot to talk about, so let's just jump straight into it.
Right.
When we talk about AMI, what exactly do we mean? What is AMI?
So EMI is actually the abbreviation for Advanced Metering Infrastructure.
Right.
Very long
Mm-hmm.
phrase, right?
So
or
AMI
word.
for short.
Right. So we just use EMI because it
Right.
rolls off the tongue a little more easier. But it's really a advanced system, a modern energy electric metering system, right? That enables bidirectional communication between us, the utility, and the customers, right? And it uses three main components: the smart meter, the communication network, and the IT infrastructure and the software that goes with it. So all these three components make what we call the EMI system. And then we get the data from all of our customers in near real time. So we can see what's happening almost live, right? And also you can also see what is happening almost in near real time as well.
Okay, and we'll get deeper into that side of the conversation a little later on. But first, when we talk about data, transferring of data and information from
Right.
one endpoint to the other, the question always surfaces, is the data secure? Is that a safe transaction?
Right. So the data is very secure. We've done all of our checks for standards, protocols to ensure that all information being transmitted through the network is safe.
Okay.
Right?
Now, I'm seeing that we have a few examples here on the table. Um, in my untrained eye, they two look the same, Philip. So you have to help me understand what
Right.
are the difference. Which one is the AMI?
Right. So I'll let you feel both of them first.
All right.
So this is 1 meter.
So this one feels very light.
Yeah, now feel the weight
Now,
of this one.
yeah, compared to this
All
one,
right.
is a little bit more robust, right?
So these
what are
are
we looking at?
right. So these are our Nokia's, right? Legacy technology. You don't see anybody with a Nokia phone
Right.
again, right?
These
So
are the old guy.
right. So this does the job quite fine, but only to measure consumption.
Okay.
Now, what we want to do, we want to transform the way we operate, how we serve customers. We want to understand what is happening in near real time, and that's when we are introducing EMI. It's
So
a
this
meter.
is the AMI smart meter.
Right. So it's a meter that has a lot more built-in sensors, technology, right? The meteorology is the same. It does the energy measurement. However, now this meter can communicate with us in near real time so we can understand what's happening.
Okay. It feels a bit more sturdier,
Right.
and that's because it has a lot more going on here.
Right.
It's capturing a lot more information
That's right.
rather than just the consumption.
That's right.
Okay. Now, what now where in terms of I hear what you're saying, the upgrades, it's all good, it's all great for the company, for BEL. But why should customers care about this? Why does it matter to them? How is it solving real world customer problems?
So let's look at it from a global perspective first, right? The energy landscape is changing really fast, right? There's a lot of behind the meter technology that people want: rooftop solar, electric vehicles, battery systems, and more advanced technology, right? For the utility now, this is a challenge, right? We need to understand what's happening so we can better serve the customer. And the only way you can do that is to put more robust and intelligent technology in place so you can understand these usage patterns and then you tailor your services to meet the customer needs.
Okay. And because these types of topics, when we talk about these topics, sometimes the conversations always come up on feed-in tariffs for solar, for example.
Right.
That this type of systems, and this sort of lays the foundation for those types of systems,
Right.
basically.
And you're right on point at that. So looking at rooftop solar
Mhm.
PV, this meter has the ability to do bidirectional metering, right? So we can monitor again in almost near real time the energy you're sending back to the grid and what you're consuming from the utility. Not only that, when it comes to electric vehicles, we can identify where charging activity is happening in real time again. So for example, let's say that you have an electric vehicle, right? We can understand that you have an electric vehicle and we can harden the grid to provide better reliability to you, the customer, to ensure that you always have electricity to charge your electric vehicle.
Okay, excellent.
Right?
So this is basically the start.
Yeah,
This is the starting point for building a modern energy system.
that's right. It's a foundation to what we call a smarter grid.
Okay. So we're starting here and then we're building upon that to create a smart energy system and a
Exactly.
smart grid.
That's right.
Okay, interesting. And I'm assuming all of those other features and you can from here you can build on and do a lot of things with
Right.
that basically.
Because I mean, the the meat of the matter is data,
Mhm.
right? With the data, you can provide a lot more services, right? And customers will be able to access some of these advanced services that we will be rolling out very soon with the
Oh, excellent.
implementation of this project.
Okay. So the other question that comes to mind immediately after you said that is, okay, when this AMI thing they come to me, I live in Orange Walk, Philip, and I haven't seen any meters being changed yet.
Right.
So when is it coming to me?
So for some customers, it has already arrived, right?
Okay.
So we started this project in June this year,
Mhm.
2025, and we're looking at a 3-year rollout.
Mhm.
So we're focusing in Belize City, San Pedro, Placencia this year. Next year, we move to the western part of the country. We do some of the south as well. And in year 3, you can see a rollout in the north. So since you live
Okay.
in Orange Walk, you
Right.
know, you're in year 3 of the rollout of
Okay.
the program. And by the time we're finished, we would have already changed 115,000 meters across the entire country, serving our entire customer base, right? And actually, to put something into perspective, Emmanuel, when we started this project, we were at 108,000 customers, and now we're at 115,000 customers. So you can understand the energy landscape is growing and the demand for electricity is growing, and we need to put the technology in place to meet that growing demand for electricity.
When you say 108 when we first started, you mean when this project was first like conceptualized and
Right.
not when we started rolling out, right?
No, when it was conceptualized.
Okay, okay,
Right.
which was in
This was in the year 2021.
okay,
We
okay.
started.
Okay. So the rate at which we're having new customers, it seems to be
Yes, it's growing exponentially.
okay. And because of all of the energy needs, I
Right.
mean, energy is such an essential part of
It
everyday
is. And
life.
things are becoming cheaper. AC is becoming cheaper.
Right.
Electric vehicles are becoming cheaper. Solar rooftop PV, battery system, all of these things are becoming cheaper and people want them.
Right.
Right.
And this is a tool that will allow us to have that flexibility to
Right.
integrate all of those technologies
Exactly.
into our system.
Right. And to better serve our customers and meet all of their needs.
Okay. Excellent, excellent. Well, the future looks bright, definitely.
It is.
Now tell me, because this seems to really be changing the game for electric utilities and how customers interact with energy, basically. But what could you tell me about how this would look like in the customer end side of things?
Right.
How will they get to interact with this meter and the features that this meter provides?
Right. So let's look at the current state right now. So we have the BL 24/7 app, and actually I believe on some episodes ago we featured the BL 24/7
Yes, we
app,
did.
right? So if you don't have the app, please go and download
Right.
it, right? But if you look in the BL 24/7 app, you can see monthly usage, which is great. It's fine, it's nice. However, we want more, right? So we want to see daily reads, right? So this meter has the ability to offer that to our customers because every single night this meter sends a daily reads to us, and from there we can integrate it into the BL 24/7 app. So now if you see a spike in your consumption yesterday, you can now go back and think, what did I do yesterday to cause that spike in my energy usage, right? We can go a step further by offering hourly right? So now there's a 24-hour window, and you can see where that spike really happened within that day of yesterday. That's how advanced and granular we can get with the information. But pretty soon we want to launch the daily reads
Okay.
for customers. So we're no longer seeing just okay, February, March, April. No, for February you can click and then you see every day of how you use, you know, energy.
That that's amazing, and it really is a game changer.
It's a game changer.
And you're right in saying that I use the energy consumption trend on the app. If you don't have it, go download it,
Yep.
use the app. This is an amazing tool, and I use it a lot, right? But it has its limits because it only provides me the month-to-month readings.
Exactly.
And I try to adjust my energy consumption based on how my trend is going,
Right.
so that I can continue to save energy and save at the end of the day, right? But now having the daily reads, I can see how my actions and how the use of my appliances changes from day to day.
Right. Not only that, let's say that you have the daily reads for an entire month. You can probably see that on the weekends or every weekend you have this
Right.
spike, and then you start to ask your questions. What am I doing on the weekends that's causing all
Right.
of this energy to be consumed on this specific day, right? Or this type of day. So these things allow you to answer questions because you have the information,
Right.
right?
So it seems to me that it's all about information.
Right.
And with information, information is power.
Right. You customers, what we want to do, we want to empower our
Yeah.
customers so they understand, and from there they can take control of how they use energy.
Excellent. So it's all about EMI is empowering our customers, putting
That's the bottom
control,
line.
right? Putting control on their hands to make smarter energy decisions.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Excellent. And this small little device, this technology, well, it's one part of the system, but this is going to change the game on how customers interact with energy.
That's right.
And so I'm hoping you're keeping up with the information as well, because it is now time for the question of the day. As you know, every episode we ask a question based on the topic of the day, and whoever is the first person to answer correctly will be winning this prize that you are seeing on your screen. It's a BL basket with an assortment of items for you. All right. Now, the question for today, of course, we're talking about AMI. So the question is, how will AMI help you better manage your energy consumption? Again, how will AMI help you better manage your energy consumption? Now, if you've been paying attention to the conversation, this is all that we've been talking about for the last couple minutes, right?
All right.
So it should be really easy for you if you've been paying attention. All right, so go ahead, type your answer in the chat. Tell us, how will AMI help you better manage your energy consumption? And remember, if you are the lucky winner, remember to send us a private message so we can arrange for the delivery of your prize. All right, and with that said, Philip, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out and to come here and share some insights into what's happening with the AMI project. I'm certainly learned a lot, and I hope our viewers did too.
Yep, no problem. Thank you for having me again. I mean, there's a lot to talk
Yes.
about, right? And there's a lot more that our customers can learn. So if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to us.
What about in terms of what to look for when you see a BL a BL employee or a BL contractor?
Right. So like I mentioned, we started in June and we're actively deploying meters in the Belize City area right now. So be on the lookout for our contractors. You can identify them with their BL vests. You know, some of them have their caps, but most importantly, their IDs.
Okay.
Right. So be on the lookout. Please ensure that your meters are accessible for the contractors to change them. And please, if you have any questions, please reach out to us.
All right. Thank you very much, Philip. I appreciate that.
No problem.
All right. And with that said, we have now come to the end of this episode and the end of this season of the Watts and Whys of Energy for this year, 2025. It has been an amazing journey of information sharing, and I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in and participating in the conversation. Of course, it doesn't end here. We will have more seasons of the What's and Whys of Energy. So with that said, leave a comment in the chat. Let us know what topics and conversations you want to hear about when it comes to the energy landscape. All right, and with that, want to wish you a safe weekend. As always, stay safe, stay informed, and we'll see you next time on the What's and Whys of Energy.